This is the Moneyline grind. I know you're like, something looks different. Yeah, I got a different sweatshirt today, different hat. We going with the Toronto Blue Jays. Shout out to RJ, headed back home to Toronto. Bittersweet. He's one of my favorite players on the Knicks. Not a Knicks fan, but sad to see that didn't work out. Anyway, we're returning after our fifth profitable day in a row. We went 3-2 last night. Could have easily have went 5-0. I made a kind of an error putting Miami Heat money line a part of two different plays, and they would have won. I'm telling you, they would have won. I'll go into a little bit more detail later on. But Jimmy Butler gets hurt in the third quarter, blows that the two plays I had with the Miami Heat winning. Last night we took the Lions +6. This was a great game. I told you it would be close, and it was very close. It came down to a 2-point conversion that they tried to do three times, but there were penalties at the end. Dallas comes away, but the Lions cover, and we get some free cash. Then we had the Miami Heat money line. Like I said, Miami, it looked like they were in control of the game. They didn't have a big lead, but if you were watching it or paying attention to the game, they just had the momentum. They were in charge of the game, and those are the things I like to see. Jimmy Butler leaves the game early in the third quarter with a foot injury, and then Kelly Olynyk decides to go off for the Jazz, punishing his former team and getting them the win. So that was a little bit painful. We still almost had him, but Jimmy Butler would have been the X factor there. Our third pick, LeBron James, the birthday boy, over 25.5 points. It was his 87th birthday, and he made us sweat a little bit. I thought this bet was cooked going into the fourth quarter, and I was kind of mad about it. I was like, what the? Really? This is the one I really thought, because if you remember, we put 1.5 units on this, and it catches. LeBron James hits a dramatic deep two that, depending on, if you have your HD situation at home, it was a three. If you got that 4K going, it was a three ball, and they jerked LeBron on his birthday. Kind of sucks, but we still get money. We get to celebrate with LeBron. So let's get down to business. Here's what I got. Full slate on Sunday. I got a lot of good material here, so I'll do my best to try to make this short but concise here. Dolphins versus Ravens over 46.5. This is about 110 all over all the books. Both teams banged up offensively. Hunt, Waddle out for the Dolphins. Flowers probable for the Ravens. This certainly hurts the chances of going over. You have some pretty dynamic offensive players just banged up or hurt. But I still think the line is too soft. Over the last 5 games, the Dolphins averaged 31.2 points per game. They've scored 20, 30, 27, 45, and 34. While the Ravens have averaged 29.4, scoring 33, 23, 37, 20, and 34. Their combined average score is 60.6 points per game over the last 5 games. Of course, playing different teams, but I don't know. They're getting up and down that field. And of course, sports betting isn't this simple. But the last time they played each other was last season, where they combined for 60 points. So the numbers are agreeing. And they don't always agree, so they could agree now, and then this game could be 14-17. The over and under on the last time they played was 44, so they beat it by 16 points. I think the Ravens offense is way more explosive this year. And although the Finns are out of some studs, I like Tua, and my MVP pick of the season, Tyreek Hill. It's going to be a good game, and it's a nice and early game. So I'm trying to get this video out. It is Sunday when I'm recording this. Thought about doing it last night, but I was just too tired. Moving on, I got a 2-leg parlay. I got the Jacksonville Jaguars money line and the Texans money line. The Texans are playing the Titans, and Jacksonville is playing the Panthers. I'll keep this one quick. I know Jags have dropped 4 in a row. The Panthers have lost like 7 of the last 8, or maybe 8 of the last 9. But Jacksonville could kind of still compete without Trevor Lawrence. And I like them with the extra boost at home. Now we'll move on to the Texans. The Texans versus the Titans. Well, of course, I like the home team Texans, but they're against a crappy Titans squad who are 1-6 on the road and have nothing to really play for. And Texans did win their earlier matchup when they played in Tennessee. That went to overtime. That game was 19-16. So I'm staying safe with the money lines here. No need to get greedy with the spread. I believe this 2-legger is plus 107. So I think that's pretty good odds. You get minus 190 on FanDuel for the Jacksonville money line there. And my third freebie pick of the day, I have OKC first quarter money line, and then OKC game money line versus the Brooklyn Nets, who I've been on their case all week long. And they think this is my favorite bet. Maybe you should put 1.5 units on this, but we won't. We won't. We'll keep it easy. End the year nice and strong. We made some money fading them, and this summer around, I'm looking to exploit them again. They are in disarray to say the least. Benching Cam Thomas, Mikal Bridges. I don't know. I think they might be losing the locker room soon. OKC is one of the best first quarter teams. Now, when we when we took them against the Knicks 2 nights ago in cash in the first quarter, I started to look a little bit deeper. Now let's take a look over the last six first quarters. They've won all six first quarters, scoring 33, 38, 40, 39, 35, and 34. They've won seven of their last eight first quarters, and they've won seven first quarters in a row when they are at home. Switch over to the Nets. The Nets, last six first quarters, they've only won once. Then that was against the sorry ass Pistons, who within those 6 games also beat the Nets in the first quarter. So they split with the Pistons in those 6 games, and then they tied 2 other first quarters, and then they lost, I believe, 2 first quarters. Their last six first quarters on the road, 1 win, 3 losses, and 2 ties. Pair this with OKC money line for the game. I'll keep it short. OKC is just clearly the better team, and they're in better groove, and they're at home. Okay, OKC has won 7 of the last 10 versus the Nets, including 3 in a row. Easy money, hence why the line is only minus 135. I do have 3 VIP picks for you guys. Two, I would say, one is a bankroll builder. We'll just call it a bankroll builder. It is a minus 145. But I gave this pick out late Friday night, early Saturday. I'm sure the line on that one, I haven't checked. But the last time I did check, it moved up to like 180. So this is why following the Discord is so important. You get you some extra change there, and it's gonna hit. That's why it's minus 145, and you're not gonna give you too many free dollars out there in Vegas land. Play two was plus 107, and play three plus 108. Good luck to everybody. I will see you tomorrow.